Saints say with love, it feels really good to be back in Barcelona one more time, to be able to do this samagam, talk about love, be in the company of saints, and a special congratulations to all the football fans as well for the amazing win yesterday. And Barcelona was indeed happy last night. And here we are talking about something entirely different, but something once realized can never be apart from any of my life moments. Yesterday, the home team here won, and we saw the celebrations across the street. We saw the celebrations, the environment, and the happiness all around. And I also got to know about some cell phones that were nicked off last night. But just imagine if the outcome was the opposite. People might still have been on the streets, but the whole environment or the mood or the vibe would have been totally different, been totally opposite. And if we were in some other part of this world, the same outcome would have provoked a different response, because what is good for me may not be good for you. What makes me happy might do the opposite for you. And this is how the world operates. Someone's gain is usually someone else's loss. Someone's rise to the top is someone else's fall. That's how things work in the world. And while we are living in this world where our emotions, our reactions, what we feel, how we live, is all dependent on outcomes which can flip any moment, which can change any moment, which are so temporary. Imagine how much control do we have over our own lives. If someone had not scored the goal yesterday, or someone else would have, the entire night would have been absolutely opposite. I'm not even in control of how I'm living. It's something else, someone else doing it for me. Because all my emotions, my balance, everything I'm feeling is based on things which are changing constantly, which are dynamic, which might be true now, but may change in the next moment, which might be true in some part of the world, but may not be true in another part of this world. It'll be night time here, but some part of the world the sun is rising. So it's sunset here, that's the truth that is here. But in some other part of the world, that statement will not be true. And the saints, the gurus, the scriptures, the prophets, the only thing, the only message that they've been carrying since beginning of the time, since forever, in all ages, all times, all places, is that when we are living in such a temporary existence, let us find the one that does not change, the one that does not move, the one which is true now, here, and will be true tomorrow or anywhere. It is about finding that one true reality, entity. Someone chooses to call it God, someone chooses to call it Nirvana, someone chooses to call it salvation, someone chooses to call it energy, love. We may choose any word. Someone calls it Allah, someone calls it Ram, someone calls it God. Any word. We're talking about the same truth. But the search for that truth, and in the pursuit of that truth, we as humans have got so deviated that we have divided this one truth into so many definitions, into so many denominations, into so many separate entities. And it's only because of our ignorance of what really this truth is. All of us say that there's this one God, but yet we fight over establishing which God is the more superior one, which path to that God is the most superior one, which religion, which denomination is the more superior one. And it's not only one religion fighting the another. There are denominations within religions fighting each other, trying to establish their claim over the other. It is only because of this one pure message that has been misunderstood, that has been corrupted because of our ignorance. And till this ignorance stays, man will keep on creating more and more confusion, more and more divisions, more and more walls. And the funny thing is that the realization of this one truth was meant to make us one, was meant to break all walls, was meant to make us one big family. And now the slogans and the words may be of oneness. We may say that we are a global family, but the reality is that even nuclear families are breaking down. We are distant from our immediate family members, and we talk about a one global family. And it is only because of what we are choosing to value. It is only because of the confusion our ignorance has led us to. It is only because we are unaware of our true existence, of our true selves. And in realizing this true self, we realize the art of living. In realization of this true self, we realize what true love is, how this human life is a beautiful opportunity to add to this world, add love to this world. It is our choice what we offer, what we end up giving, what we end up offering. It is our choice. But we also need to realize, I may have the best of intentions to offer the best of things, but I can only offer what is within me. I may want to offer peace, but if I'm not at peace within, there is no way I'm offering peace to anyone. I may want to offer happiness, but if I haven't found happiness, if I'm not happy, I cannot bring happiness. I may try but I will be far from offering peace or happiness. It is only the peaceful from within that can bring peace anywhere they go. We often talk about certain people that when they enter the room, suddenly the room becomes filled with tension. Suddenly the whole environment changes into something opposite of what it was. And we all say that they carry a certain presence. They carry a certain tension and anxiety when they come. And everyone is on their toes around them. And when they exit, everyone, their entire room starts feeling relaxed. And they may come and enter the room with the best of intentions. They may come into the room cracking a joke, trying to make everyone laugh. But even the laughter is usually to avoid any tension. We have all experienced that. And sometimes we are the ones creating that tension for someone else. And when that is the case, we hardly realize this. And coming back to what I started off with, because if there is no peace within me, there is no room in this world that I can fill with peace. Forget about the world, forget about world peace. I cannot even bring peace to a small little room, a room filled with my own family members, if there is no peace within me. I cannot love if I don't have love within me. This reminds me of a small little story that I read a long time back. That there was this person, very bitter, say someone like the one who brings that tension into any room they walk into. And he would be the one known for scolding the kids for playing, telling them not to play around his house, known for the bitterness. But one day he tries to say that, let me, probably, I don't know how long I'm going to live for. Let me do something good in this world. And he then joins a few charities, tries to do good, tries to meet people with a smile. But something within him makes him more tensed. He doesn't feel the ease that should naturally come by such actions. And while he's struggling with this newfound tension, this newfound struggle, he comes across a monk, a wise sage, shares his problems, shares his struggles. And the sage points towards a vessel, points towards something that is in front of him filled with water. And he says, "What can you smell?" He says, "I can smell rose water." And the sage says, "Yes, because this is filled with rose water." Now imagine if this vessel was previously filled with slush, was previously filled with garbage, was previously filled with what flows into the gutters, and I just emptied it and filled rose water without cleaning the vessel. What would it smell like? Will it still smell like rose water? He said, "Of course not. It will still smell like the gutter." And he said, "That's exactly what you've been doing. You have realized what you were carrying is not worth carrying, but you never took the time out to clean your vessel, to clean your inner self. You're trying to add rose water to a vessel which was previously carrying something flowing in the gutter, and you expect it to smell like rose water. That's never going to happen. You need to clean yourself, look towards yourself." And this is the message. We often focus on doing the right things, but we hardly see within ourselves whether we are feeling right. whether we have realized what is right, whether we have found out where I am going wrong, whether I have come to realize that if I am the person walking into the room and making everyone feel uncomfortable. We are often unaware about such moments. It is a beautiful opportunity, this human life, to offer the best of things we can offer to this world. But it only can happen if I have it in me. There may be a bag full of sugar and I can poke holes anywhere in it. Only sugar will flow from it. There's no way something else is going to flow. If I eat a fruit like mango, there's only sweetness or the taste of that mango I'm going to find from it, because it is filled with that sweetness. Now, if I have the intention of doing the right things, serving, loving, being kind, I need to have those kindness, compassion, values, love within me. I want to love, but I don't even know what love is. The only love I know of is a transaction. I love because I have to get something in return. I choose to love because I want to live a comfortable life. I choose to love because that's what I've seen, what love is. But there is a higher form of love which has no conditions, which has no expectations, which loves because that's the only way to exist. And all of us as humans can realize and attain this higher form of love. But first we need to understand what keeps us from reaching there. Who's sitting in the path? And if we look closely and honestly, we will all have the same answer. It is our own very self that is sitting in the path. Anyone who is not able to reach that state of love, it is because we ourselves are blocking our path. And removing ourselves from that path is what enlightenment is what realization is what knowing this God is. And this is what happens when we truly realize this eternal truth, which is never going to change no matter how much around me and outside changes. Realizing this formless, unchanging entity, this truth, this formless God, leads to a realization of who really am I. I'm a drop, and I'm supposed to become the ocean by merging into the ocean. But the entire ocean also lives within me, even though I'm still living as a drop. And it is in this realization I remove myself from the path of reaching that love which is unconditional, which comes with no strings attached to it. There's a beautiful message, Nar Seva Narayan Puja, that if you want to worship this Almighty, if you want to worship this God, if you want to worship and please this God, just serve your fellow human. But we often mistake serving as an act, and we end up feeling superior after doing an act of service. It happens with the most of us. If we do a little honest reflection, sometimes our service, a good act, can also end up making me feel superior without me knowing it. But an act of service or kindness, of compassion, when it is done by seeing this God in my fellow human, then it becomes a medium of worship. If I'm offering a glass of water to someone who's thirsty, and I can see the presence of this Almighty within that human, even offering that glass of water to that man or woman, can become a form of pleasing and worshipping this God that we talk of. We all want to praise the Lord. We all want to worship the God. We all want to do good. But it is so easy. I can serve my fellow humans, but have the awareness while serving that the very God that I want to please or worship, it is residing within them, residing within me. And we all of us reside in this one. And that is why the message of the mission of the Satguru is know this one. Because anything that is worth knowing is this one. Anything that is worth attaining is this one. Because once you attain and know this one, you become one. You become one with this one. You become one with this entire humanity. You see this one pervading everywhere. You see this one residing in every human. And then you love that fellow human as your own. You see your own reflection in them, because the very God residing in them is the God residing in you. Who you truly are, the same person that was looking like a distant personality or a stranger who I didn't know how to love. Once I realize this one, I see the presence of that truth, of this formless, even in that stranger. And I can worship, please, or serve this God, this truth, this formless, this almighty, by just serving that stranger with the awareness that this truth resides in him in equal measure the way it resides in me. And as long as humans can realize this truth, there is hope for all of us to establish a world without walls, to establish a world or create a world where love rules, where love, respect, acceptance for everyone is the way to live, where there is no differentiation on the basis of color, caste, creed, life choices, where someone who may not have similar ideology as I have, that person will also be accepted in equal measure by me, and I will be accepted by them equally. And this is a world that we all together can create. This is a world which can only be created once we truly realize who we are. And that is why this message of oneness, that is why realizing this oneness, that is why realizing this truth is so important for all of us, so important for humanity, so that all the confusion, all the ignorance, all these walls that are there because of this ignorance can be broken down. And we can truly become one global family. We can truly be associated and related by love, bound by love and boundless in our vision. That's the world this truth can create. That's the world we all can contribute towards creating. And in the end, just like to pray to the Almighty that may we all realize this one. May we all attain that state of love where love is just flowing. It is not conditional. May we attain a state of love where even if love is not returned to me or reciprocated back to me, I don't stop loving. It is possible because we all have the potential to be that love. Because we are not just humans, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And we carry the potential of becoming one with this one. But realizing this one is the first step towards it. And may we all realize what we have the potential to realize. May we all truly serve the purpose of this human life. Saints say with love, Nirankari.
Revered Saints, let's all join for Mangalacharan now with Sister Alankrita Ji from Portugal.
हे समरथ परमात्मा, हे